Actually, did I ever tell you guys this story? I don't think I have. So, I took Time Mutt to the vet about a month ago, I think? And, you know, I just had to wait. So, I was just walking around back and forth, and then this old man just approached Time Mutt and I was like, oh, cute dog, and then, here, do you want a treat? And then he immediately pulled out like dried liver, I think, from his pockets, and his pockets were kind of like, I don't know, dirty, and like before I could say anything else, he just gave it to my dog, and I was a little uncomfortable, but it's like, oh, thank you. And then I was like, oh, no problem. I bought it from Costco. Ha ha ha. And then showed me the bottle. So I was like, okay, well, okay. And then started like asking random questions like, oh, so, you know, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, you know, just at the vet. What was I there for? I was there for Time Mutt. Yeah, for some prescriptions and stuff. And we're like, oh, yeah. And then just out of the blue was saying, oh yeah, I only gave puppy vaccinations for my dog and never anything else. And I was like, oh, very cool. Then he is just like, oh, you know, I never had vaccinations ever since I was a kid. So I was saying, oh, good for you. That's very nice. And it was like, oh, you see Tim over there? The guy that's walking around? He's homeless, by the way. He's never had any vaccinations in his life, and he's doing so well. It's like, oh, that's great. That's a great story. Yeah, don't do that. Also, your dog, do you give Time Mutt, well, it doesn't know Time Mutt, but, oh, do you give, the dog, like, dry food or wet food? Like, oh, yeah, you know, I give both from time to time. We're like, well, don't give him any of that. Give him table scraps. Cause, back in my days, didn't have anything like dry food, kibbles, or anything like that. So, don't you dare give your dog dry food or wet food. Just give him your table scraps, okay? Just remember me, and I emphasize this, don't do anything. That was just like, oh, thank you. I will keep that in mind. Oh, look, Bookie and I gotta go. And yeah, I left the scene. It was a very interesting experience. Why was he there, though? Probably just walking around the neighborhood. Good for him. I mean, I don't really care what they do. I don't care, you know? Cool story. You live your life. Just don't tell me your life story. Just talking way too much. Just stop it. I'm just trying to do my own thing. I was just trying to kill time. Dude, I don't know. There are some weird people. I've had my fair share of weird people in my life. Ugh! Oh god, I'm just shuddering at some of the experiences. It's